Hey guys, welcome to History 2.3. Look, when you're reading a textbook or you're reading a lot of information, you need to start to develop the discernment, the critical thinking skills, the analysis to say, okay, how am I going to organize this information? How am I going to understand this information? How am I going to put it in a format to where, okay, it's easy to process what is going on? So I was looking through this section and saw that there's a lot of countries mentioned. You have Syria and Jordan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Iran, and they even mentioned a couple more. Ooh, and I forgot one. No, I didn't. It's all good. They even mentioned more of the Transcaucasian republics, such as Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. And they mentioned Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Oman, and Yemen. Whew, okay, but these are the ones that they focus on, these 5 right here. So I thought to myself, okay, how are we going to digest this information instead of just taking notes? Well, in each of these countries, they give you the same information, okay? The same key information about each country, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do a chart, how to do a cuadro. Okay, it should take up a whole sheet of paper in order to do this, process the information, analyze these countries. Pay attention because tomorrow you have a current event, so you're going to decide what country you want to talk about in your current event and tell me what's going on there. At least one thing that's happened in the last 3 months, and how it's affected the country. And then, so you're going to do it again with your 7 to 10 minute video. That's tomorrow's homework. Next packet, what we're going to do is each one of you guys is going to take one of these countries and do a little research project on it, a short research project, honestly, and present it to each other. So, in Zoom. So, decide, start to think about what country is coming more to your attention. It's not going to be just these 5 because I want to have at least 8. Then there's also the countries that I mentioned: Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Yemen, United Arab Emirates, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. So there's all those that you can pick as well. Okay? So how are we going to divide this information today? You need to make your paper like this, okay? This side, not this way. You won't have any room. You need to do it like this. You need to set up a cuadro. Each one of these lines, you should give yourself at least let's say 4 lines of space. So if you need to go on the back, you can do it on the back as well. You need to give yourself at least 4 renglones. 4 renglones, 4 renglones, 4 renglones, 4 renglones, 4 renglones, 4 renglones. You see how I just mentioned that 6 times? Which means there's no way that you should not listen to that and tell me later on that, oh, I didn't hear that detail, Ms. Shevska. I didn't know it's supposed to be 4 renglones. It's supposed to be 4 renglones. Okay, so make sure that you have your paper this way, okay? And these are the subjects you need to look for in each one of the countries. Description of the geography. They're going to mention certain mountain ranges, certain seas. People, culture, resources, industries, and other important facts, okay? Like, they're going to mention Petra, they're going to mention different terrorism, different stuff like that. People, you can talk about the religion, and culture, you can talk about the religion as well, the language that they speak, and different stuff like that. So there should be some good information here in order to be organizing what you're learning about some of the Middle Eastern countries, okay? The Arab countries. Now, remember, this is Middle East. This is the Arab countries, guys. A lot of you guys mentioned in your Zoom call yesterday that Africa was where civilization started. It's not. Remember, it's around where Iraq and Iran are. That's where civilization started. That's where we believe that the Garden of Eden was, Noah's Ark was, where God created the first people. It was called the cradle of civilization, okay? It was the first civilization. Abraham was involved in that civilization. That's where the Tower of Babel was, because it's Babylon. That was all in the Middle East area, not in Africa, just close to Africa. Okay, just so that we clarify that. Because that's a good piece of information and we need to know that. Okay, on top of that information that you need, on top of this information, this is not all of it because there's a few more things that are mentioned in this chapter, section that's important to talk about. There are 4 other temas that you need to give me 3 sentences for each. 4 other temas, 3 sentences each. Listen to them. Land and climate of the Arabian Peninsula. Land and climate of the Arabian Peninsula, because there's a few things on the Arabian Peninsula. Desert, Islam, and oil. Okay, they said if you want to describe this region of the world, you can describe it with desert, Islam, and oil. You're going to see that on page 49. Page 49. By the way, your section here starts on page 46. Page 49 says 3 characteristics that dominate the Arabian Peninsula are desert, Islam, and oil. What does that mean? Okay. On page, I keep closing my page. Sorry about that. On page 50, they talk about the Bedouins. Okay, let me look up exactly how you say that word. I was close. It was Bedouin. Okay, in Espanol, it's Beduinos. Okay, so what are they? Who are they? It's a group of people. They're called citizens of the desert, right? So you need to look up who are the Bedouins. Read that and give me a 3-sentence little synopsis on that. And then look on page 53. I want you to give me 3 sentences, which is actually very short for the information that you're going to get. 3 sentences on the Trans-Caucasian Republics. Okay? You do the section 3 review. Just don't do the identify. Don't do the identify. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.